Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video in my long-running series where I feature smaller builders who are making incredible guitars. Now these companies don't have huge marketing budgets, so this is one of my favorite series because I get to feature these guitars and show them to a lot of you guys who might not know of them otherwise. And today we're checking out a Flying V. Welcome back to the channel, and as you guys have probably just seen off the top, we are looking at an absolutely gorgeous Flying V. Now, as I mentioned, this is part of my series where we feature smaller builders, and this one, hopefully as you guys can see, is made by Vicious Guitars. All right, so now let's hit up some of the highlights on this guitar just so we know what we're dealing with, because I want to plug this thing in really bad. Now on the headstock, absolutely beautiful. This is one of the nicest headstocks I've ever seen on any guitar ever. The grays and the blues in the maple there, and then the truss rod cover in red with the V. Just really stunning stuff. Really love that. And on the back side, it's almost even better. Let's take a look there. Now, of course, locking tuners, but a 9-ply neck with some of the nicest wood combinations. Really beautiful stuff. I should mention a volute when we're talking, tilt back. I always love to have a volute there, just strengthens everything. So hopefully you can see some of the flame maple, even on the sides there, like it's just incredible stuff. It makes the neck really stable as well to have all those different wood laminations. And of course, neck through, so all of those incredible woods go all the way to the back. Mahogany on the wings. So yeah, just like stunning stuff on the neck. So I'll just give you guys a couple more shots of that, just because it is so incredibly gorgeous. And as you can see, it's strung up through the back here. If I didn't mention it, mahogany on either sides, and of course, a beautiful maple top. Now, I absolutely love the electronics on this guitar. You have one bare knuckle pickup and one volume. That's it. Crank your amp, crank the volume, and off you go. Now, of course, with builders like this, if you wanted a tone controller, if you wanted coil splits or whatever, they will totally do it for you. But this one is just plug in and rock. Beautiful maple binding. Obviously the top is solid maple, so you get that exposed binding there. Really beautiful stuff. In terms of the neck, it is ebony on the fingerboard, and the frets are those Jescar gold frets. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but they're really hardened frets and they have sort of a golden hue to it. Makes it look really beautiful up against the ebony, and of course goes with the whole aesthetic of the guitar. So that's the quick specs. I'll link to it in the video description below for full specs. All right, you guys, we've got the 100-watt tube amp all warmed up. We're ready to plug this thing in and see what it sounds like. Well, now that we've heard this guitar in isolation, let's throw it in a mix with other instruments. I'm going to jam over a backing track. A link to the track, as always, is in the video description below. It's time for the 1 minute solo. So here are my final thoughts on the Vicious Guitar Flying V. Now, if you caught it earlier, the tagline is classic redefined. And that's certainly the case here, where, you know, they've taken the Flying V design and made it like exquisite. And that's why I love this series, because I get to show off some of these smaller builders, and it's really special what they do with guitars. So in terms of like overall construction, it's just beautiful. You can tell it's not, you know, pumped off an assembly line. You can tell it's made with care, and that shows up in all the small details. Just an exquisite guitar. Now, of course, it is a Flying V, so you're not going to buy this to be versatile. I mean, you can ride the volume to get different tones and stuff like that, but yeah, it's definitely a very purpose-built, which is really cool as well. I'm not sure if you guys notice, it is a satin finish on this model, which is pretty cool. You don't see that all the time. But yeah, it really does show off that incredible maple top when you have kind of like that hand rubbed oil finish and stuff like that. Those are the things you get when, you know, you go to a smaller builder, which is really cool. So yeah, in terms of build quality, amazing. Tones, sounds incredible. And yeah, playability, really, really good. Now, of course, ergonomics, well, I don't know if we should mention that with a Flying V, but you definitely need to use a strap, of course, when you're playing with this, because it is such a extreme design. But there's just something about a V that just puts a giant smile on your face. These are made in Canada, so you know they're, you know, ethically sourced and built and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, really just astonishing stuff. I could show you guys shots of this guitar all day. But yes, it's a beautiful instrument. If you haven't heard of Vicious Guitars, definitely check them out. And yeah, just take a look at some of their models. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out Vicious Guitars. You can see all the gear I used for this video and others down in the video description below. You can check that out if you're so inclined. Other than that, have a great day. Take care.